What if her walking away wasn't about the fight you just had, but something much deeper? My fiance has generated over $1.5 million in revenue in just under 1.5 years, and he says he couldn't have done it without my support. The truth is, I never stopped believing in him. That's why I'm here, to help driven men like yourself build relationships that fuel their success. When she says she wants to leave, it's not always because she wants to go. She doesn't want to go. Sometimes it's because she doesn't feel safe staying. And that's not okay. When a woman says she wants to leave, most men react in one of two ways. They panic and beg, or they shut down and say, fine, leave. Neither of those responses actually solve the core issue. Let me walk you through a moment that nearly ended my relationship. Just like every relationship, we had a disagreement. He needed me to do something I didn't want to do. Tension rose, emotions took over, and he let his frustration pretty much get the best of him. He just told me to leave, flat out. Not because he truly wanted me to go, but because he was hurt, angry, and didn't know how else to deal with the disconnect. And I completely understand how he was feeling. In that moment, something inside me just, snapped. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel understood. I didn't feel like I could ever meet his expectations. And for the first time, I thought maybe I really should just leave. Not because I stopped loving him, but because I felt like the only way to protect my peace was to obviously walk away. This is the breaking point many high-achieving couples face. And here's what he did that changed everything. If you're in a moment like this, where your partner wants to leave or is threatening to, don't ignore it. I help married business owners strengthen their love life to elevate their business success. Book a call. The link is in the description. That evening, we talked when we were both calm. Obviously, emotions weren't taking over the situation, because sometimes when we're emotionally angry or sad or disappointed, just the emotions get bottled up. We don't see clearly. We genuinely don't see clearly anymore. But when we step aside, let each other breathe, give each other space to think logically and come back and be a civilized human beings to talk and solve things out, that would be a really great solution for your relationship as well. Don't make any decisions when you are emotional. That's the worst thing probably you could ever do, and then regret those decisions. So when you're all calmed down, think about what just happened, you see things clearly, and then come to each other for a conversation. So that evening, he came to me with ownership. He apologized, not just for what he said, but for how he said it. What was truly underneath it all. And it was his emotional reactivity, like I mentioned before, his sense of entitlement to being respected, his frustration that I wouldn't do the tasks he needed me to. But what changed the game was what happened next. He asked me, how can I do better? And that is a leadership stand that unfortunately most won't do, but the top 1% does. And I told them something I want every man to hear. You lead your team with purpose. You inspire them by tapping into what motivates them. You don't just demand tasks. You connect your vision to their buy-in. So why wouldn't you do that at home? I mentioned that to him because obviously he understood it from that point of view. He runs a team, a business, all these things, systems. So I put it in a perspective that he would understand that. He saw how emotional leadership in a relationship isn't about demanding compliance. It's about creating connection, trust, a shared mission. And in that moment, we stopped being opponents. We became a team again. If you ever found yourself pushing her away without meaning to, if your emotions have ever cost you connection, if you're tired of feeling like you're walking on eggshells or failing her expectations, it doesn't have to stay that way. The men I work with learn emotional leadership skills that not only repair connection, but build that kind of relationship that fuels peace, power, and performance. Let's turn that moment of she wants to leave into a breakthrough and bring you closer together rather than separation. Click the link in the description to book a call now.